jewelry. What can they do to me?
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against...
This is 2K Sports broadcasting, and as the... Yeah, he's special, DA, absolutely. Thanks. These two teams, Doris, proficient at generating points through the post, down low, something that's become more and more difficult, it seems, in this league.
It's true, Kevin. The back-to-the-basket center that you play through is a rarity in today's NBA, and I think one of the things the league has got to be mindful of is cleaning up the post play, not allowing players who are big and physical and strong to be beaten on in the post the way they used to let Shaquille O'Neal be beaten on. If you've got a back-to-the-basket skilled center like a Joel Embiid, you should be able to play through him and showcase his skill set.
And as you know, it's so hard to officiate a big player. You mentioned O'Neal. He's got to be the most difficult guy to try to officiate.
That's exactly right. His strength is just imposing.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The forwards, George and Grant. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Now here's Westbrook. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. Grant surveying the D. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. The rebound by Medu. On offense, here are the Spurs. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City, where they were able to handle the Thunder.
They executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
No doubt. I mean, they played to their strengths, and that's what helped them get this road win. I loved how they played for each other.
And the Thunder with the possession here, following the bucket by the Spurs. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
The thing I took away from that game was just how dominant they were on the backboard.
There's no doubt. They won the battle of second chance opportunities. That led to extra points, and that was one of the deciding factors in the outcome.
Now, here's AI. He's coming off a 31-point game against Houston.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
George against DeRozan, looking to end the run. George, no good. Spurs have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here, pushing their lead to double digits. DeRozan's got his second bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The Thunder probably the best team in the league at creating extra opportunities.
And they do it in 2 ways, Kevin. They are a team that emphasizes offensive rebounds and forcing turnovers. So they make you feel them, and they make things happen with their activity.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
And I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
Now, here's Adams. Boy, that win against the Jazz. He's another guy who really showed up to play. Bucket is good.
Well, you love when Steven Adams shows his strength. Even with the defense in his grill, he finds a way to score.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low. And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
Here's Westbrook following the bucket by the Spurs. And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
Let's remember, Westbrook is capable of triple-doubles because of this kind of passing. My goodness, that's pretty.
Inside, here's Medu. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Russell Westbrook. The Spurs shooting their first free throws of this. A different look now for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's White in for Murray. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Blacks checked in for Steven Adams. Caspi comes in for Jeremy Grant. Diallo, he's checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. It's good. AI's got 6 points.
What I like here, AI challenging the defense inside, working for high percentage shots.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Ferguson in at the 3. Fires from the line. Here's Adams. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on AI.
Well, Steven Adams is a guy who understands his role. He wants to play hard-nosed defense. He wants to score it anytime he's got a deep touch in the paint. Love his approach. Well, you think to Steven Adams, and coming out of New Zealand, playing about 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, now in his 5th season as a starter for the Thunder. And what a pivotal guy he's become for this franchise.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Rockets delivered quite a performance. He ended with 31 points and seemed to be playing in slow motion with a huge number of assists. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
I think that's the kind of game that carries over, and he'll have every chance to do it because I've got to believe he's their #1 option.
Adams, the pass to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from 16. Rebounded by the Spurs. And Steven Adams drafted by OKC with the 12th pick in 2013. That draft pick, a centerpiece of the James Harden trade.
And that trade will go down as one of the great conversation pieces of all time, whether or not you should have moved James Harden. But the reality is, where Adams is concerned, they got a two-way big man with incredible athleticism, unbelievable physical strength, and an evolving offensive game. So this is one piece of the trade that you have made great use of.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for San Antonio. Grant with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Grant, that's good.
Well, you love to see the physical advantages being put to use by Jeremy Grant, just so long on the interior.
AI outside. 1:33 left in the second quarter. And good that time.
I'd pay to see this. Watching AI go to work, score in a variety of ways. This guy unstoppable right now.
Murray against Westbrook. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Over AI. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really clever because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
Here's Aldridge. And Adams sends it back.
And the defense of Steven Adams is so important to this team. They depend on him to be a rim protector now.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Ferguson kicks it over to Schroeder. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Ricky Rubio checked in for AI. AI has been leading the charge for the San Antonio Spurs. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific... And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things pull out. And the Spurs making a change here. AI has checked in. You know, Doris, when the defense is cutting lanes off, it's so great to have the floater in your arsenal that can loop it up and over these guys, which clog the area you want to go into. And there are a lot of guys that really utilize that well.
I'll tell you, and the ones that have...
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Wow. Now the superb athleticism of Russell Westbrook on full display, the vertical out of this world.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. To the inside. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Ferguson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Basket, good.
Boy, Russell Westbrook so quick to attack, Kevin.
And so Aldridge will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Here's AI. Lays it up off the glass. AI's got 14. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Westbrook kicks to Ferguson. On the wing, George. Passes it to Ferguson. 6 to shoot. Westbrook with it. Working on AI. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and backcourt for San Antonio.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
George against DeRozan. Outside, George. He kicks it to Adams. Murray against Westbrook. Russell Westbrook's mantra is, why not? Way of daring himself to greater heights.
I think, Kevin, in time, it became a way to build confidence to take on the world. That why not? Who says you can't? He lives by that maxim, and I love it, Kevin.
Pirtle, he's checked in for the Spurs. Bryn Forbes comes in for Murray. Down low, here's Pirtle. And good coming on the assist by AI. AI's got assist number 5 here tonight. Thunder trailing by 21. Outside Westbrook. The pass to Adams. The shot, no good. Aldridge with some nice D. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Poeltl. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
Davis Bertans checks in for San Antonio. White comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Adams. Caspi comes in for Grant. Diallo, he's checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
Yep, it counts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Schroeder kicks to George. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, Kevin, there are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Walker's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Pass to Pirtle. Spurs working the ball around now. It's AI on the wing. He's guarded by Schroeder, and that one's good. AI.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Black dishes to George. To the middle. Here's Diallo. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
And Walker kicks to Bertans. It's AI on the wing. He's guarded by Schroeder.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony
Oh,
out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
It is the truth, though. His vertical is a huge part of what makes him tough to defend at the basket.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Schroeder against White. Schroeder kicks to George. Fires from the wing. And he hits the jump shot. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's AI. Good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Schroeder against White. Bucket is good. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates.
Some changes here for the Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Pirtle. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Walker. And AI is subbed in for Murray. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Tariq Black. Grant comes in for George. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Diallo. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's Caspi in at the 3 spot. In the past, it has been suggested, Doris, that up-tempo teams couldn't maintain that style and then go on to win the playoffs. Is that an outdated theory and thought process?
Well, I think it has always contingent on the team, Kevin. You think back to the Lakers Showtime era when the reality is those were up-tempo Showtime type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play both ways, I think, to win in the modern NBA.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Medu passes to Aldridge. Here's AI, and the layup's good off the glass. AI's got 12 points in just the second half.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Burton, tipped away to the paint. Rejected by AI.
Well, AI tracks the play, times his move, get it out of here.
Here's Burton. The Thunder with another miss. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. AI passes to Medu, and that one is hammered home.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, and the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Adams finds Patterson. Here's Burton, and the 3 ball is good.
Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says thank you very much. Wide open look at 3, as easy as that.
Rubio, the pass to Aldridge. It's AI on the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. Down low, here's Bertanis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
That's so much that Rubio gives you. The last thing that has to come to me is the range shooting.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Spurs.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for AI.
Boy, his assist total to me is the most telling stat. This guy created, he made sharp passes, and the defense was always reacting to him.
5 on the clock. And here's George for 3. That shot missing. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Bertans kicks to Walker. 32 seconds left in the game. AI passes to Bertans. That one drops for him.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back. That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
AI with it. The shot's good.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.